it keeps revealing.
Yeah,
Yes, keeps revealing.
yeah, yeah.
But no, I did that. I mean, it sort of hit me like a brick this week. Just listen to what we were talking about. Uh, and to me, the common thread was his presence.
Mm,
His presence, not
yeah.
my presence.
Right.
Back David and already told me you can't go nowhere, boy.
Exactly.
You can't. Ain't no place for you to go.
Yeah.
But yet and still you avoiding his presence or measured it in your mind in that manner.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Walking in unawareness. I am just
Yes.
not aware that God is present.
And it's not important enough for me to be aware.
It absolutely isn't because I have another agenda.
Right.
I have another agenda.
And I couldn't tell you what that agenda was if somebody offered to pay me.
No, they can't because that's the part where where Pastor Ellis he would reign so supreme when he was like, "We're not independent agents. We are under the influence of something." And to a degree that we think we are getting all of this stuff and doing it all on our own,
But
but
we not.
yeah, but nobody is stopping and thinking. Not even thinking. I won't even say thinking. You don't even have to think. But if you stop and
Just
ask yourself,
to your location, measure your position.
right, just measure, like why do you wear the clothes that you wear?
Who are you honoring?
Right. Why do you listen to whatever it is that you listen? What's making you or causing you to tune in? And it just simple things like, what color do you like? And then you ask the question, why? And then nobody can explain why. Or it's tied to some story, right? But all of that tells you is you were influenced by something to like that.
Can't even point to what it was.
You can't. All you know is just the memory. Like, oh, my mom, when I was this age, she bought me this red balloon and it made me happy. And you're from your memory, you've been liking red ever since. You don't know why you like red. You just know it made you happy when you was younger when they gave it to you. That's under the influence, sir. You don't know what caused you to or establish your position. You can't define it to that light. And even if you could, it would get back to you didn't conjure it up yourself.
Yeah, but even in that, God lacks being acknowledged.
Well, yeah, that's the spin. That's the whole spin of what I'm getting to.
Yeah,
We're
like,
so but we move like we're independent, but we are under the influence of something, but we don't want to acknowledge God being an influence. We don't want to acknowledge that God being the ultimate influence.
as my pastor always puts it, he's the first cause.
Yeah,
We don't even honor that.
yeah,
And can spend a lifetime.
yeah. You in and out again.
Am I in and out?
Yeah. You'll be
Oh,
moving your mouth and I can't hear a word you saying.
let me take these off. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you. Are you on your phone or your tablet? Oh, now you can't hear me. Now you got to reset.
to that. It's been building to that, and the question is, yeah, how do you keep yourself in His presence?
Yeah.
If we so free, we picking and choosing.
We are.
Evidently,
We are.
and for some reason or another, we got expectations of stuff that I mean, just like me in tech, uh, I got a certain level of expectation, but I don't know how to maintain it,
Yeah.
or don't realize that I can't maintain it.
Hmm. Yeah.
But now
Yeah.
His presence, and we use the expression we ushering ourselves into His presence. Yeah, okay, ushering yourself in.
Exactly.
With all that religious bull.
You're right.
Um, and I guess the being still part is allowing Him to come to the head. I mean, to the because I mean, knowledge just doesn't get you a whole lot of places. If you
It,
if you can't execute,
no, it doesn't. It doesn't. And that's the thing though, right? When we was talking about it, we was talking about this head space,
right,
right? You have this head space trying to disguise, trying to determine whether or not Jesus is real by some type of a concrete evidence.
right,
What Dag, dude? What you mean concrete? Because
yeah.
that
I mean,
doesn't make sense. Because
you only told to believe,
you don't even have concrete evidence in a whole lot of stuff. Like
right,
you weren't there when they built all of this stuff.
right.
You like you see a building, all you know is it's there.
It's there. You
You
don't know
weren't
how
there
it
when it
got
was
built,
built,
right?
but you believe somebody built it because it's there. The fact of the matter is, when somebody says Jesus walked the earth, and this is based on some account of a witness, and then you're like, oh, well, that could be all just made up. Well, everything can be just made up, sir.
Everything can be just made up, but you ain't made up nothing.
Right. But this is the jive though, but it's all based on headspace. You know what I mean? Like what's in between your ear, it's all predicated on your knowledge. And based because you weren't there, you weren't the witness, then now it's a matter of, as they say, telephone. Well, because somebody was there, and then because we weren't all there, then it can't be true. But and about this is the thing. When you ask the question, how do you stay in his presence? It's not a matter of how.
How you get out of His presence?
It's not a matter of how.
No, yeah, you're right.
I can't how myself in his presence.
Right.
He turns on the light. When he turns on the light, I can't now all of a sudden turn it off. Now all of a sudden, the only thing I can do is either ignore him,
Ignore it, yeah.
right, and avoid the truth that I'm hearing.
Mhm.
Can't get out of the truth of his existence. And see, that's where the gameplay comes in. See, we try to game ourselves out of his presence, asking these dumb questions. Well, where's the concrete evidence? How do you know the Bible is real? Well, how do you know which God to serve? Well, how are you even calling things God? Because see, I can't, and I thought about this the other day when the girl was trying to tell me what I should be doing as a man of God, and in her mind, as a religious person.
Mhm.
But if you're not a religious person, how can you tell somebody that is religious how to be religious
How to
if you're
be.
not religious?
That's how we humans expose ourselves.
Exactly.
See all that foolishness.
Exactly. And it goes back to you can't tell God how to be God when you're not God. You have no idea what God is. God has to tell you what he is. This all-powerful being has to tell you what he is. He tells you he doesn't change. He's the same. You have to ask him, what does that mean? Because you could read through these scriptures and be like, well, man, Lord, you sound like you be changing. What do you mean by changing, as you mentioned earlier?
Yeah.
But see, when you're in his presence, you're not trying to make God into something.
No.
I'm not trying to make God into something so that I got you.
In his presence is submission.
Surrender.
Yeah.
I give up. You're it. I'm not. I'm waving the white flag. You're God. I'm not. And see, it starts there. God has to be God. I have to be created. And until I get to that stance that I'm created, you're not. And see, that's a whole nother dilemma that we don't ever entertain. This notion that God isn't created. It doesn't make sense that he's created. And that's what we as men don't, because we were descendants of people who were creating things and made it God. We turn the things that we created into God.
Mm-hmm.
We're descendants of those people.
Those people.
So that's all we know. We began to worship things that were I'm watching the show and I was telling my son this, telling my son about the show. It's called Neighbors and Friends, Friends and Neighbors. And the show is about, it's really exploiting how we make idols of everything, but yet don't care about anything. It's about these rich people that are stockbrokers and managers and ex-basketball players and all of that, rich, just rich, wealthy. And the guy loses his family first. She cheats on him with his best friend. Then he loses his job. Now, what is he gonna do? He don't have a job. His money ain't as tight as isn't as what he thought he was, because he was talking about taking off, but then he realizes, oh, I can't take off. I need money, and he's still supporting his wife and children even though she cheated on him.
Mm-hmm.
So what he ends up doing is he starts to steal from all of the friends in his neighborhood. He takes their valuables and sells them, and he's telling us, because it's a monologue. He's telling us in his monologue that, yeah, we buy all of this stuff, and then we don't even realize we have it. We just throw it in a drawer. $250,000 watch, $1 million painting. Wouldn't know if it was real or fake. Just spending money on stuff,
It's
just to
accumulating thing.
accumulate stuff that we don't even care about. And then he comes and he steals it and sells it because he needs the money. And he know they not gonna miss it. But this is what it's, you see, this is what we do.
Yeah.
We value and devalue things. Like it's a value of it. So it's a status. Oh, I bought it. So that says, look at me. But then it's like you don't value what you just spent all this money on.
Right.
It's more or less like it's an idol that you don't even care about. Because the thing that you care about are the people that's looking at you. The fact that you can do it, the thing doesn't matter. It's the people that are looking at you. That's what it was when it came to them making the calf. Whoever said it, it had nothing to do with the calf. People were tired. So they needed a reason to do something.
Or do something.
So whoever took charge and came to Aaron was like, hey, make this calf and say that we're going to say that it's our God. Because as for Moses and the God, we don't know what
You
happened to
don't
him.
know what happened to him.
We just out here doing nothing. And the people getting weary. They did it for the people. They didn't do it for, and even Aaron said it. I did it for the people.
But the people weren't paying them no attention.
Right.
Oh man.
just to get some attention. So we end up making all these idols.
And we don't realize that his presence is more attention than we can handle.
That's the thing. And we talked about that, right? It's not so much that I want to avoid his presence because he's so great or not so great. No, I want to avoid his presence because I don't want him to reveal me to me. I don't want to see how disgusting I am,
But I want everybody else to see me.
but I want everybody else to see me, not me, see
My
me
accomplishment.
as what I have, the facade that I have built for what it is that I feel like I want to be.
Mhm.
You know, I want to be great, knowing that I'm not great. Want to be the best, knowing that I'm not the best. You know what I mean? I want all of these fantasies of mine. I want them to see that of me. I don't want them to see the real me. I don't want them to see the cuckoo me, the loco me. And see, when I get to that place, then I've hit rock bottom. Guess what? I lose everything. When people start seeing that I'm loco, that I can't hold my liquor, that I have a drug problem, I lose everything.
Right.
You see what I mean? Like now I can't keep anything because people don't, though they have the same problem,
Yeah.
but you can't do that out in public. Bad for business. It's just bad for business. It's not a good look. It's all about the optics, how things look. Dress it up on the outside, horrible on the inside, but it don't matter because as long as they see that you're something to be desired, you're something to be coveted, it don't matter what you are on the inside. And so people spend most of their life trying to cover up. And guess what? When you cover up, guess what you're doing? What are you cover? You're not covering up. What you're doing is you're hiding. You're hiding from the truth. You're
What are
hiding
you
from
trying to hide? Yeah,
you see what I mean?
you gathering fig leaves.
Exactly. To get out of the presence of God. You're trying to remove yourself from being in God's presence because you don't want to be seen. Yeah, it's not about a how. It's not a two-step. It's once the lights turned on. Once you have that light switch turned on,
It stays on.
you can't avoid God. I can't avoid him. The dude called me on the phone, and God already knew. I'm upset because I'm trying to get some business done, and I'm expecting a call from somebody else. This dude calls me trying to get money from me. I don't want to talk to you, and I'm trying my best not to be rude and tell this dude that I don't want to talk to him. But it's so many words. He know I don't want to talk to him. And all I could hear was God telling me, "Don't be rude to this man." And I'm like, Lord, I'm trying my best not to be rude to this man, but he need to get off the phone. Read the room, sir. I'm telling you, I don't have a lot of time. I told this man this like 3 times. I don't have a lot of time. It was late, and he's calling my phone trying to get some money from me or buy some vacation rewards. No, sir, no, I'm not about to buy no vacation reward points. But and then he's asking me another question, sir. I done told you, I don't have a lot of time. What we doing? Ask the real question. Do I want? No, I don't. I don't want to buy anything. That's all he had to ask. But God is in my ear telling me, don't be rude to
Don't
this
be
man.
rude to us.
As soon as I figured out who he was, I wanted to just hang up the phone. I had already said Corey speaking. And I know he got off that phone mad at me. This Negro, da 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 da, talking bad about me. But bro, I was doing my best not to be rude to you. Trying to let you know. Don't have a lot of time.
Trying not to waste your time.
Try not exactly. trying not to waste his time. I know you have a job. You've done it. You called me. And I've already elaborated. I don't have a lot of time. So let's cut to the chase. Let's cut to it. Let's get to the point. Sir, do you? No, I do not. And we can avoid all of the back and forth. And you don't have to feel like I was mean and talking crazy because I wasn't trying to.
I tried to deal with that by saying I'm not interested.
Right. And people just keep going and going and
Keep
going
going and going and going.
because that's their job. But so I know it's your job. So let's just get to it. We ain't gotta like talk back and forth like me and you cool.
Yeah, ask your question.
It's your question.
I'm gonna give you my answer.
You gonna get the answer. We ain't gonna do this old empty banter, sir. That's not what we're gonna do. But the point is, I can't remove myself from God's presence.
From his presence, yeah.
I can't remove the awareness of God. And that's what I'm getting at. Like people can say whatever it
So
is that they
we crawl into our little hideout.
exactly. You can say what you want, man, but
That's
just be
not
real.
that's not real.
You just don't want God to expose you for whatever reason. This is what's crazy because you hear more and more people talking
But
about
we're
depression.
falling.
That's what I'm saying.
We just don't know what falling is.
Exactly. You hear more and more people talk like we're falling about being depressed,
Right,
about having all these problems.
right. What problems?
You know what I mean? No, sir, you're a good person, so you say, but you got all these problems. So I'm like, well, which is it? Are you good or you got problems? Nobody's perfect, or you the greatest thing that ever touched the earth. Like, which one is it? Like, make up your mind. You're confusing yourself. You're confusing yourself. Just like last week, I said I can never out of my mouth say I'm a good person. I know that I'm not.
You know you're not.
I know that I'm not. I know that I'm not.
And the presence prevents you from saying
Don't ever claim to
it.
be. I was sitting there like, man, I was sitting there, and this is just me going and rambling. But my cousin made a comment to me. This was years ago. Years ago. He said, I said something because we was talking about my aunt, and I was like, man, that Church of Christ stuff, this is a cult. And he said, well, isn't it all a cult? And I'm a warrior for God. Wrong. You can't say that to me. You can't tell me that because I don't look at that as you trying to say you won't help. I see that as you showing me you're my enemy. Oh, you're my enemy. I see. And then I'm going to treat you like you're my enemy. But God was like, that was an opportunity, but I'm not mature enough then. Now, yeah, I am. But then, no, that was a slight, bro. You trying to talk about my God? You uncircumcised Philistine? About to get my 3 rocks in a sling, dog. You about to fall, homie. You don't want this, dog. I'm trying to help you out. You wrong. And my retort was, is it all a cult? Wait a minute. Oh, so you think you out here living on your own? Like you're able to sustain
Yeah,
yourself?
you're independent.
You're an independent agent. Please tell me how you replenish your energy. And don't say sleep, because God established that. You can replenish your energy without sleep. A free moral agent don't need to sleep to get more energy. Don't say you eat because God established that. Again, what we talking about? And so it's more of a battle to me, not a I need to show this guy some truth. Didn't know how to. All I knew how to do was debunk the foolishness that's bouncing around in his head. See, that don't show people the way. But at the same time, you can't. But what I'm saying is my approach could have been different,
Right.
as opposed to thinking everything is a battle.
But like you said, you were maturing.
Exactly.
So I'm dependently and I'm dependently growing.
Right. Because I'm like in the Lord's army or whatever. I'm a part of it. I'm on the front line and in the back coming up with the strategy. Could be on the front end with the strategy. It don't matter. You know what I mean?
You involved.
Right. So when I hear that
And I'm
foolishness,
involved in ways that I don't even know.
exactly. But these are things that I learn and grow into.
Hmm.
But at the same time, still what I'm getting to is the awareness. It's always there. The awareness is there. It doesn't matter in what predicament. I know I can only go so far.
Oh, that's right. You know you limit.
I know. And I'm not trying to stretch it. I just know in the midst of the situations that I have a governor. I
But
can't but I can only take this so far. And then God gonna be like, let's get time to go, turn that off, change that channel, whatever. I know I have a governor. And
right.
we not, nope. Stop talking to this person. You know, you see, nope. Cut that off. Don't even, don't even speak to him. Don't even say hello. It, I know this, and that light can't go off. But I also know that lies true for every man that lives on this earth.
Mhm.
The difference is I actually surrendered. I surrendered to the governor. He rules over me, and I accepted. I surrendered, then I submitted. See, they don't know such a thing. They choose not to surrender, and they're definitely not submitting. So they walk around blind. Or as Jesus would say, you don't need a doctor because
You will.
you're well. Why you suffer from depression and
But you will.
you know what I mean?
Maybe that's the reply.
Right,
You're an independent agent.
right,
You didn't figure that out.
right, right.
What are you gonna do with your nose?
Exactly.
You're not shocked that you get a nose, are you?
Yeah, right,
Yeah.
right, right. Because at the end of the day, what are you trying to accomplish? Are you trying to win me over? Are you trying to convince me or yourself? Because the difference is
Yeah, because I have a governor.
I have a governor and I'm not trying to convince you of anything. It's when you see me when I first got into the ministry, which me and we how we far we've come, that everybody was trying to make it like what we were doing wasn't real.
Wasn't real, right?
And here
Yeah,
we are.
wasn't real. That's not the way you're supposed to do it.
Exactly. Here we are.
And how do you know all that?
All right. It's been almost 30 years later,
Yeah.
brother.
Right,
Here we
right.
are. here we are, still plowing through, hanging on in there, as Brother Dudley used to say. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. I hear you.
But they had
That's the ongoing miracle.
right,
That's the ongoing miracle.
right. Even Pastor Ellis, as I read him, because of the fire we had in our belly. More of me than you, but me, because you were so much older, but being so young, like it was something that was on the surface. He didn't see God in me. Maybe saw him on me, but didn't see him in me. So it was looked upon. Y'all make sure they can't do nothing for me, sir, because I didn't come in it for them. You and brothers and Gabe couldn't do nothing for me. God had me. He had
But
me.
that, but see that, but that's the, but see that's the, that's what I'm talking about. While how we rely on what men say, what men,
Right.
the traditions of men. I guess the
It
traditions
is
of men.
because we're
We
not.
we gonna guide one another.
You said that the other day because we don't trust God to be God. If
Right.
we like, if what are we doing if we don't believe the stuff that we actually preaching?
Believing.
We preaching it, but we don't really believe it. When we say God has us or dwell under the shadow of the Almighty and under His wings and as He gathers His people like hens gather
Like
their
what is
chicks,
that?
saying all these things, but see, the
That's
people that
real.
wrote this stuff experienced it.
Right.
See, they didn't have a Bible that they was walking around with. All they had was
And referring to every second of their
exactly.
truth.
Hey, it wasn't no preaching every Sunday.
Yeah.
There was no preaching every Sunday. No, all they had was the faith that they had in this heavenly and eternal being. They could only rely on that when things around them went awry.
Now, when things around them stayed in line like they supposed to,
Exactly.
they didn't go awry. They that's how they supposed to be.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And they
that's the environment you put in.
exactly. But you have to maintain your faith, trusting in Him,
Right.
regardless of what it is, regardless of the outcomes, regardless of the circumstances, regardless of what it is you see or what you don't see, what you know, what you don't know. Got to remain in Him. I got to trust and know as I'm waiting. Trust and know as I'm waiting. Trust in God. Know that He's going to, He is, He's handling it, He will, He did already, He's handled it. Know that He's done all of these things
He's gonna be him.
and continue to wait where He has me.
Had you back.
This is where He has me. I can't move anywhere else. Until He moves me, I can't move. I can be
What?
like, you know what I mean? I can be like Moses and plead all I want to go beyond the Jordan, missing the fact that I'm already in the promised land, as you pointed out.
Right.
Because I'm so fixated
Because
on
I
going
mean,
beyond the Jordan.
right. We so busy trying to get beyond the boundaries.
God over here trying to tell us, I got you in the best place possible.
Right. You and me.
Right? Smack dab in the middle of
In
it.
the middle. Right.
Because this is what I said. We're going to go to worship. And that's what we're doing. And you have the ability to worship me by engaging with this conversation. But now I'm tired of you engaging with me in this conversation. So don't bring it up anymore. Don't bring it up anymore. Yes, Lord, I'll drop it.
That's the governor.
And that's the governor.
I love that term, the governor. The governor. That's good, bro.
Hey, hey,
That's a great description, the governor.
he's the governor. It reminds me of an engine. You know, like your engines have governors on it where
Right, right, right,
you
right.
can't top out the speed.
You whip in, you're locked in.
You within some limits.
You on automatic.
And it locks up. That thing will seize up. It will not go, but so far fast because it has
Right,
a governor on it.
right.
And that's us. Even in our unawareness, we
And
still
it
have a
can't,
governor.
and it can't go no slower than it's
It can't go no slower.
programmed to go.
You're right. The enemy can't do whatever he wants to do. He has a
Right.
governor. So don't try to convince me of your unbelief. I don't care. You can unbelieve all you want.
All you want to, yeah.
It doesn't affect me though. It doesn't stop God from being God. And this is a place in the position as you mature, you see this. It doesn't Your unbelief doesn't stop God from being God. He's still on the throne. He's still helping you, still enabling you to be and to think the way that you're thinking. And it's okay. But one day it won't be. And then you're gonna have to give an account for not accepting. And that's on you, sir. But what I'm not gonna do is waste my time trying to convince you of something that is not true.
You're refusing, yeah.
You see what I mean?
Mhm.
I'm not gonna try to convince you of something that's not true. And what is true doesn't need convincing.
How about that? It's true.
It's true. It's true.
So now, maintaining consciousness of of your governor, is that necessary?
No,
No, that's not even necessary.
it's not because that's where the Holy Spirit comes in.
Right,
See, we and that's the thing, like we've been doing things so backwards.
right,
We've been trying to man it,
right.
build me a calf. It's our God.
And the stuff was already there.
It's already in place. The Holy Spirit is in place. What did he say?
Always
Take
open.
no thought.
Yeah,
Take what you will say. Take no thought. I'm gonna give you the words. But here we are, taking thought.
taking thought,
No,
trying to plan.
right. Because we don't believe the stuff that we preach. We don't believe. We always back it up with something that we got to do in our own strength. And God says, without me,
We're more confident in knowledge.
exactly.
We're more confident
In knowledge,
in
in
knowledge.
something tangible.
Yeah,
Tangible.
that's interesting. That is very interesting
Yeah.
because you would think you live long enough, you realize that.
Ah, but remember what the dude told Job? We see that knowledge, wisdom does not come with age. Does not come with age. Don't come with experiences either.
See, another one of them things that we believe
Right.
that's not true.
That's not true.
And the only way we get hung up like that is because we're not paying attention to the truth that's been revealed.
Exactly.
Wow.
Yeah. We too busy ignoring the truth, avoiding it because we don't want to be exposed.
Big leagues don't work.
No, they don't. They don't.
You can't hide.
No.
To all the useless effort,
Mm,
all the useless effort, only because you're rejecting truth.
right. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
There's no other explanation.
And somehow or another, we have the notion in our minds, or like I'll say I'm guilty of this,
Hmm.
of I don't have enough truth.
Right. I don't have enough information.
Right. And the same thing does not apply to truth.
Nope, because you could have one truth.
Right.
The one truth that is, he's God.
He's God and I'm not.
I'm not. I can hang my hat on that for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
It'll guide me
Right.
in all of my steps.
Right.
He's God. I'm not.
I'm not.
He got to be the God. I got to be the not in all my
I
ways.
gotta be the none else.
Right. In all, in all of my ways.
Now, isn't that simple?
In all of my ways.
Isn't that simple?
Simple. Simple.
Wow.
Simple.
And the presence that we squirm to get out of.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly.
The presence that we squirm to get out of. David was not enough of a witness.
Right.
He said, where can I go?
Where can I go? And notice,
Woo!
notice though what he said. That's the part too. Like he was physically trying to get out of his presence.
Yes,
You see what I mean?
yes,
Like take his body to a
somewhere
place,
to a place, yeah, to a
escape.
physical place, yeah.
You know what I mean? Escape God. Realize God was there waiting on him.
And why would you want to do that
Right.
if he's your life?
You know what I mean?
Are you trying to commit suicide?
That's it. But that's the escape. Because once the light is on,
Where you gonna go?
and that's that was the recognition. And David was recognizing or recognized
Mm-hmm.
there was nowhere
No
that he
place to
could
go.
go. The only thing you could do is avoid. And you gonna go crazy doing that.
Well, when you say avoid, that's not really possible.
That's my point. You're gonna go crazy doing that. You're going to go crazy trying to avoid God. Like, cause you can't.
You can't. He's everywhere.
You can't avoid God. And all you're doing is what God said, but to those people that follow him, you're doing the opposite. Instead of you denying yourself, you are denying God.
Not him.
You're saying no, no, no. Then you use an excuse. It's just like Pharaoh. Pharaoh recognized God was God. Then he said no.
And he kicked against him anyway.
And and he kept saying no until he came to his end for saying no. No, they're my people. No, no. And then he said yes, and then he said, you know what? No, we're gonna go
You
get him back. Let's
know,
go get him.
and he came to his end.
Came to his end.
Does the Bible say how Pharaoh made his end?
Mm-mm.
Because we tell a lie that he and all his men drowned in the Red Sea.
But yeah, it said all of his men, but it never said he.
Right. But we sing the song he.
We do. But we don't know how. We could speculate that he did, but it didn't say that he did.
Right. Right. But here we go. Here we are doing what we normally do, and that's rejecting truth.
Exactly. Denying God
Right. Right.
instead of ourselves. Denying God instead of ourselves.
That's a nice way to put it.
Yeah, yeah.
He tells you to deny yourself, and you turn around and deny him.
Yeah. Because you rather have something else.
Mm. And all out of the covetousness of something else,
Yeah.
of the none other.
Yeah, yeah. Just because you're jockeying his position. You can't be created and be like, oh, I'm gonna be like the Most High. It's impossible, sir. You you gotta rest. He doesn't.
You
You
were created.
he wasn't. So you can't be like the Most High. It's impossible. There's no way you could do it. And that's the dream, right? Being able, fancy that, being able to have no consequence of your action because you don't have anybody to report to.
Right.
See, God has no one to
But,
report to.
but you're not created.
Exactly. There's no one for God to report to apart from himself. He only reports to himself. This is the thing with God, and that's the amazing nature of God. Like God
That's it.
has a governor.
Now that's the lie Earth, Wind, and Fire believed, that they created themselves.
Right. But that's the thing. Like he didn't even create himself.
Right.
He just exists.
Right.
That's the dumbness that that's what I'm saying. There's just so much dumbness. But God is self-existent. He just exists. And not only does he exist, he
Self-sustaining.
he self-sustaining. He's knowing, self-knowing, producing of knowledge, conjuring and making it and it being. And then like people aren't even understanding like how God is like which I can't say and I won't, but this being that continues to enhance and and digress or decrease, enhancing and decreasing. And not I'm not talking about decreasing as in uh uh capacity, but decreasing as in size.
And influence.
You see what I mean?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
because he can be so small
Right.
where you can't see him. And you can't get any smaller than God.
Right.
You can't
And you can't, and you sure enough can't get any bigger.
bigger than God. But we don't understand that dynamic. How he can go, how he's in both directions. And not understanding how this entity understands all of this stuff. We don't understand that because see, somebody has to tell us, but nobody has to tell God. It's self-discovery,
Right.
discovering more and more of what he can do with himself, all by himself.
None else.
Mind-boggling.
None else.
None else. But that's the thing. I don't I know I'm not I know I'm incapable of
Right.
such a thing.
I think I know my limits.
You know what I'm saying? I know that I'm incapable of such a thing.
Right.
Not even
Sometimes, yeah.
close.
Right.
And then people marvel at how people can be such the wits of people. But see, because I have an understanding of where information lies, I can't marvel at a dude wits and intelligence. I can't sit there and be like, oh, he's a genius.
Right.
I can't
He
because
doesn't have any, he doesn't have anything he wasn't given.
he exactly he's no different than me.
Yes.
He
Yes.
was just
Yes.
put here for a different purpose than me. And see, once you tap into that place, I'd submit he understood the way that I do. That this information came from a different source outside of
Mhm.
him. And he was able to harness it. And instead of like me,
Instead of
sh
acknowledging,
exactly sharing this information as of God is this intricate
I
being,
received it. Yeah.
right? He rather shares it in the light of philosophy, shares it in the light of developing something on earth
Like he didn't come up with something.
like he came up with it. When all he did was discover how things go together,
Right.
and he just shared the discovery, and now here you are with an atomic bomb based on the discovery.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Or
Right.
some theories
Right.
that help you to get to the moon that he
That's
shared.
it. That's like our president expressing the fact that he doesn't want Iran to have a nuclear weapon.
Right.
Who are you,
Exactly.
sir? Who are you?
Right. See, you're putting yourself in a place where you don't belong.
You don't belong.
And that's what we do. We see these different people and we marvel at these people because these people are tangible.
And they're ignorant enough to do that stuff.
Right. But we don't have the capability to realize that they're the same as you, dog. Y'all are the same. Because guess what? When he died, he gonna have to get buried too.
Mhm.
She got to get buried too. So what made her different from you? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. It's because they was chosen to be in a certain role on this earth that don't make them greater. They may have a greater responsibility, but they're not greater. But I didn't want to talk about that. Funny part is I had a whole question that I wanted to ask you.
Ask the question.
Well, it's gonna launch off into a whole nother direction. I'll
Oh,
ask, but
okay. Ask it
something
anyway. I'll think
something
about it.
for us to think on. It's in Romans,
Okay,
but it's
whereabouts?
the question. I'm questioning Paul's question and his statement. Romans 3, and it's verse 1 and then verse 5. But I'm
Romans 1,
questioning the question.
3.
Romans 3, 1 and 5. So Romans 3:1, NIV.
What advantage?
What advantage then is there in being a Jew? Or what value is there in circumcision? His comment, much in every way. First of all, the Jews have been entrusted with the very words of God. All right. 5. But
Wait a
if I,
minute, that's 1 and 2. Okay?
yeah,
Now
but
you're going to 5.
5. But if our unrighteousness brings out God's righteousness more clearly, what shall we say? That God is unjust in bringing his wrath on us? I am using human argument. Certainly not. If there were so, how could God judge the world? It ties into our discussion. But his comment, first his question, what advantage? Verse 3 or verse 1, what
Now, verse
advantage
1.
then is there in being a Jew, or what value is there in circumcision?
What is being a Jew?
Exactly. He's talking about the religion, Judaism, because he
Mhm.
said, much in every way, first of all, the Jews have been entrusted with the very words of God.
And that points to what you mentioned about the different capabilities of different people,
Exactly.
what they've been given.
Right. The responsibility.
Right.
Then he goes to say, if you read through there, he mentioned, well, what if some of them were unfaithful? Not
Right.
some of them, most of them.
Yeah. If
It was
not
this
all of them.
exactly. It was a remnant
Right.
throughout each generation. It was a remnant that was not that was faithful. But he
Right.
went
And
on, he's
and and,
asked,
and will their unfaithfulness nullify God's
God.
faithfulness?
And that's where you get to verse 5. But if our unrighteousness brings out God's righteousness more clearly, what shall we say? That God is unjust in bringing his wrath on us? Questioning the question. What does that mean? God bringing out righteousness for your unrighteousness. What does it mean when he asks? And I'm not talking about Paul, but the people he's speaking for. Is God unjust for punishing us for his purpose being fulfilled? He says that God is unjust in bringing his wrath on us because the purpose was fulfilled. In other words, Pharaoh, if you raise me up for this, then why am I being punished? And the question is, what does he mean by that? What does he
Why
mean?
am I being punished?
Right. What does he mean by is it okay? Is it okay? But his words are, is God unjust? And not Paul, but he's speaking for somebody because he's making an argument in this letter to the Romans.
Right.
Because these Romans, as if he's saying the Romans are saying God is unjust for bringing
Right.
his wrath on us.
Well,
All
but
he
see
did,
that, but they filtering God through their logic.
exactly. But you
It's,
know what I mean? What does he
yeah.
mean though? What does Paul mean?
What does Paul mean?
What is the
What
meaning
is he trying to
to
pass on to us?
exactly? Because if you go back to verse 1, when he says, much in every way, for
Right.
they were entrusted. Okay, what do you mean by that? How does it matter? How does that even matter?
Yeah. The fact that they were entrusted.
How does that matter? Where is the advantage? Still, because as I read through these scriptures, and
But maybe that's the point he's trying to make.
is that the point?
That
They
there
had
is
it
no
first,
that there is no advantage.
then why say it is? Then argue that it is. First
Right.
of all, much in every way. First of all,
So he's calling it an advantage.
mhm,
Or he agrees that there is some advantage, but he's also bringing up the point that what does that in light of God and the revelation of God, what is an advantage?
right.
And does now and the second question
Mm. Is God unjust?
is God unjust?
What does he mean? What
See,
is he
unjust,
getting?
unjust according to what?
To whom?
Because he's labeled as I mean, he's a just God,
He raised Pharaoh up so that he can show him his wrath.
right?
Why is he getting punished? That's the question.
Is Pharaoh being punished?
Right. He is.
And he's being punished. Why is he being punished?
Well, here you go.
Isn't he being
Because he
punished
didn't
because he said no?
exactly. Because he ain't do what God said. God said, let his people go.
Right.
Let me share with you why I'm asking this. And I'm not asking, I'm just asking, but I'm not. What stands out to me is two extremes. It goes into, and this is where I wanted to start with this discussion because
Okay.
basically this discussion led to this, but this could have led to this discussion
Mhm.
based on what you asked. And I'm going to show you how it ties in. You have two extremes. You have the religious person and you got the non-religious person. You have the religious person showing that it's an advantage to have the ties to God. That's the advantage. To have the ties to God. Just like last week we was talking about the debate on whether or not there was concrete evidence that God or Jesus walked the earth. There was debates on both sides. Is Jesus God or did Jesus walk the earth? Two different debates, but same debate between the religious person and the
And the
unreligious person.
unreligious person.
The unreligious person was trying to prove their point, and the religious person was trying to prove their point. And why this was a great spinoff from last week is because what Paul is trying to show you in these first 5 or 6 verses, what he's trying to do is debate with the Romans on why it was beneficial to be a Jew
Mhm.
and non-beneficial
And non-beneficial.
in
It was
being a
both
Jew.
extremes.
Right. On both extremes. But there was one thing that in the middle that made sense. And he said it in verse 3 or 4.
I mean, two, wasn't it?
No, 4.
Well,
Not at all.
not at all.
Let God be true and every human being a
Yeah,
liar.
I like it. Yeah,
There's only one thing that holds true in the midst of them both, and that's God.
that's God. Yeah,
It's God. It's not, it's no, it doesn't
it's
matter.
not
The
them.
Jews. Doesn't matter. It doesn't. That's just a title. It's a title. But see, we wear that as a badge of honor.
Yeah, right.
You see what I mean? Now we're somebody.
We take it and we make something out of it.
We do, because white people use it and they walk around in it like they real Jews.
Right.
And even in that show, you saw them speaking Hebrew. I said, oh man, they're speaking Hebrew, not Yiddish. Because most of them just speak Yiddish, some
Hmm.
German language mixed with Arabic
Right.
and Greek.
A conglomeration.
It's a conglomeration of all of this stuff, but it's called Yiddish. But the true descendants of Abraham spoke Hebrew. Here we are trying to wear this as a banner,
Yes.
nullifying the truth that that title doesn't make me greater. It doesn't make me greater, nor does saying that I'm a Christian make me
Make
greater.
you greater now.
And the fact that I'm choosing or whatever to not walk like them, faking it, doesn't make me okay either. It's like you have this person that's non-religious saying, I'm not over here lying and pretending to be something and being unfaithful and da 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 da, right? And remember what we said? The very nature that you are sitting here trying to nullify the truth is a witness. This person debating that Jesus walked the earth is a witness because he ain't over here debating if Confucius walked the earth or if Buddha walked the earth or if Muhammad walked the earth. No, he's debating if Jesus walked the earth. And why is that? Because he's offended.
Right.
He's offended by the truth. You ain't gonna be offended by the lie.
But on the other stream, you got the one that's bragging that he did work, that he
Exactly.
did walk the earth and not walking like he
And
walked.
not walking like him. And they're both liars.
Yeah.
And what holds true is verse
And,
4.
and, and God is just. And God is
And
just.
God is just in all and punishing you both. But see, we won't, that this is that's full circle. We won't come to that conclusion that I am the lie. Not that I was created a lie. No, I am the lie henceforth
Right.
because of what I'm trying to
I'm
be.
choosing. I'm choosing the lie.
Yeah, because of what I'm trying to be. And it's me trying to, like, oh, I'm all that because I got a little bit of truth from God. No, you're not.
No, you're not.
All you doing is making this person not want to walk with God. And he's justifying why he's not walking with God because of me,
Right.
so-called Christian.
And now you're obeying and abetting
Right.
the
The enemy.
enemies of God.
The enemy. See,
And
see, God, see?
how did that not make you an enemy?
Exactly. See, God? I knew he wasn't for you. Look at it. He just liked to fight. He just this, she just that, they just this, they just that. That's why all these people, as we started out, they're influencing us to not believe. So how you punishing us? Because they're not God and I am. Let God be true, every man be a liar. Every man, including you, sir. So if you're a liar and every other person is a liar, then you better get on the side of truth. And that goes back to what we were saying. And can't rely on no person, no man to keep me straight. Oh, I gotta rely on truth
Right?
to keep me
Which,
straight,
which is God.
which is God, which is the governor.
Yeah.
And when that governor start to sound the alarm, hey, hey, I if I want to be on the side of truth, I gotta straighten up and fly right. I gotta repent. I gotta turn. I gotta walk up right before him.
Hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
What are we? What are we talking about? But see, we put so much
We
emphasis
play on our humanity.
on
We got
exactly,
as if we have more in common with men than we have in
exactly.
common with God.
God, that's great. Great way of putting it.
And we making the choice.
Right, right.
When the argument comes up, we have a tendency to follow men,
Yeah, yeah.
and we refuse to be for God. Wow.
Yeah. Mm,
And the whole mess, yeah, and the whole mess, yeah. Now, this is, and see, verse 4 is one of my favorite verses,
yeah.
but sometimes it being my favorite verse lets me down
Yeah.
because I don't hold to it.
Exactly.
It says, I mean, and notice what it says. Not
Hmm.
at all.
Not at
Let
all.
let God
Right.
be
Be
true.
true.
Defer to God.
Yeah.
Yield, surrender,
Yeah.
surrender.
Wave the white flag.
Yeah,
You're not God.
right. And
You're
that's the
not God.
and that's the great that's the great truth there.
Yeah.
You got a way out if you let God, be
There you
true,
go.
and every man be a
Be a
liar.
liar.
'Cause God can save men.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Woo.
He can make you whole.
Yeah,
Yeah, he can make you whole.
and that's the and I guess that's the great thing about the gospel.
Right.
God so loved
Right.
that He sent His Son, that He
Yeah.
sent Himself,
Yeah.
and we still playing around with men,
Yeah.
and and there's not a man that ever existed that didn't need that salvation.
Right.
Wow,
Yeah.
what a journey,
Yeah.
Corey, what a journey,
Yeah, brother.
what a journey.
Yeah.
See, and the road gets narrower,
Yeah, it does.
and it gets narrower. My picture came on.
Oh, because I was sharing. I
It
stopped
just,
sharing.
it just came on.
Yeah, I know. I just stopped
Yeah,
sharing.
okay. Oh, okay.
You was probably seeing what I was sharing.
Yeah, that blew something.
Right. That's why you couldn't see your picture.
Right.
I didn't even realize I was still sharing.
Oh, okay.
That's funny.
Yeah, but yeah, like I say, the longer I live, the more untechy I am.
Oh, that's funny,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I work for IBM, but I wasn't techie.
right.
Mm.
Yeah, I was sharing my screen.
Right.
I'm gonna do it again. Did you go away?
I'm completely gone. I got your screen right now.
Right. I just stopped sharing again.
Right, okay.
Yeah, I
But
was.
no, this is but no, this is the way this is. I'm not gonna say evolving because that's not putting it properly. The way he's orchestrating,
Yeah,
uh,
yeah,
yeah, it's wow.
yeah. It's a it's a mind renewal and mind transformation of
Right.
we have these tendencies to walk in a certain mindset where it's seemingly advantageous to us.
Yeah, but yeah, and one that takes an advantage,
Exactly.
and not advantages are not necessarily meant to be taken.
Taken. What God is
Be
revealing,
aware of it,
yeah, that
but you don't
all
cash in
things,
on
yeah,
it.
exactly.
You don't cash in. Just like you talk about how not being rude to that guy.
Right.
See,
Right.
that's the overriding rule right there.
Right.
See, that's the rule of love.
Exactly.
Don't put him down. Don't.
Right. But see, he didn't receive it as that, I could tell,
Right.
but he didn't
But
understand
your
it
intent
was
is
the entire
for
time was for you,
for
bro.
him.
Because I didn't want to waste your time. And
Right,
I didn't even think about it in that light. I did it.
right. I didn't want, yeah,
I didn't want to
but
waste
see,
your time
right. I'm trying to be in a position of being for you and not against you.
and not against you and not making you feel undermined.
Right.
Because I wasn't trying to, all I was
Because
trying to do,
I have no advantage
none.
unless you call God an advantage.
Exactly. I'm just trying to make sure you did your job
Right.
and we didn't waste each other's
And,
time.
I'm also trying to ensure that my actions, my activities, my
Right.
thoughts do not interfere with you seeing God.
Right. Exactly. Most importantly.
Because I know what God's purpose is.
Yep.
Once and I guess once you come to those kind of realizations,
Hmm.
it's like you said earlier, I mean at the beginning, once the light comes on, it's on.
It's on.
It's on.
Yeah.
And you can't turn it off.
No.
See, and you can't hide it. You
Nope.
can't, even though you're told to let your light so shine.
Hmm.
Um, you really have no control over that light,
No.
except for trying to dim it.
That's it.
Trying to dim. My attitudes cannot inhibit
Right.
God from revealing Himself through me,
No, you can't.
and I don't want no parts of that.
Right.
And the truth, when you come to the point like we keep saying, He's God, I'm not. See that brings with it His will be done, not mine.
Come on.
I don't have
I don't have one.
I don't have one.
Yeah, I
I
traded
try
it
to
in.
stay out of that. Yeah, I try to stay out of that.
Yeah, I traded it in. Yeah, traded it in for truth.
Right. And how does the scripture say it? It sets you free or it makes you free.
No, I mean, King James says make you free.
Oh, okay.
NIV says set.
Set, yeah.
It
Well,
all
see what, see what, and to boil that down even further, it says, the truth allows me to love.
it is.
That's what allows me to love.
Right.
Stick a lie up in there and you ain't getting no love out of it.
None. None.
And the great command is to love.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
It blows my mind when you see the same thing from so many aspects,
Hmm.
from so many different angles.
Yeah. Yep.
Because that's what we call to. We're called to love.
Right.
And 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 how did John put it? How
Yeah.
can you love God
Say
if
you
you
love
can't see
God.
him?
Yeah. Say you
And my,
love God.
yeah. And then this mess on his creation.
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
can you do that?
Such a disdain.
How do you acknowledge God in that?
Right.
Wow.
Yeah.
Man, oh man, go off and repent some more.
There you go. There you go.
Go, go repent some more.
Mm.
As Gabe would say, get on
Get
face.
on face. Get on face.
Get on face. Let God be true and every man a liar.
Yeah.
Well, see, just in that statement itself, the fact
It is.
that a man is a liar.
He's a
Hey,
liar.
he needs my God. He
You
needs
hear me?
my God. He needs my God.
You're right. And how can you rely on your own strength?
Right,
Because that's essentially what he's getting at.
right,
What advantage then is there being a Jew?
right. No
Why are you
advantage.
trying why are you coveting such a thing?
Right. What you need is God.
What you need is God.
That's a common need.
Yeah.
And we never, and I'm sure we're growing to the point where we'll come. That'll be our real reality. Is that every single living being needs God.
Yeah.
Period. And so you exercise your faith in God without
Yeah.
the respect of person.
Yeah.
They're His creation.
Right.
Now, even though He raised up Pharaoh for the purposes that He raised him up, that
Yeah.
doesn't mean that I make that assumption about anybody else.
Right. Right.
Let God be God.
That's it.
And see, when we let God be God, then that says God gets to sustain all these live folks we see walking around us.
Exactly. And God just the funny part though, God doesn't have to give you a justification.
No,
And see, and it all
his
boils
purpose,
down to it all boils
his
down to
purpose,
right. And if you want to be with God, you can be with God.
right? And so
Just
can
this,
it?
there's this thing like he needs me to be with him. No,
No, no, no,
he
no, no.
wants you, and that's not a weaning thing. No, what I'm saying is I'm not trying to wean anybody out or wean
No,
anybody's thoughts process. But what I'm trying to get at, and it's all in truth, God,
it's
and then there's
self-sufficient.
see what I mean? You already God,
He
and
said
then there's nothing else, sir.
he didn't need my help.
It's just God. Then there's nothing else. So if I want to be a part of this not cult, but be a part of this light that
Right.
he's shedding, you can see so much clearer in this earth and understand. I understand that it's just God. Because what am I? See, we
Right.
don't even understand. We won't sit back,
You don't
stop, and
grasp
ask the
that.
question, what am I? I am
Yeah.
a, I am a, I am a lended spirit. Lended, because I didn't come up with it. I didn't make it. Spirit was lended to me in between dirt. A lended spirit residing in dirt
Yeah.
that God created, that we walk on.
but somebody's good. But somebody else is good as well as mine. Yeah.
Eric, as soon as you die, guess what? Your casket is full of it.
Right.
Full of it. Once that embalming fluid wears off, full of dirt.
Yeah. Now they're arguing about whether cremation is sin.
Wow.
But there might be some things too hard for God.
Right. Right. What about people that die by fire?
Yeah.
Oh, there was Christians burned up, guys.
Isn't it amazing? I mean, it's probably not amazing. It's not amazing, but when they talk about the weather nowadays, it's either fire or water.
Yeah. Yeah, it's either raining or somebody forest is burning.
Right.
Yeah.
And they got Canadian smoke wiping out the Northeast.
Wow.
Yeah.
Mm.
Folks are wearing masks.
Yeah.
They're being warned not to spend time outdoors. And it's just, I mean, and we can't put out fires.
Right.
We can't put out fires and we can't prevent floods.
Yeah.
And all it takes is a little rain
Yeah.
or the absence of a little rain.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, they flooding down in South Texas again.
Mm. Yeah, it's
And
been
they,
raining it's
and
been raining a lot.
yeah, and they burning up out west.
And out west, they burning up. I know. I saw somebody got arrested for setting
Yeah,
something on fire.
they burning up. They burning up. And whoo, I don't know, Corey,
I don't need it, brother.
but
And
God know what he's doing.
that is true.
And he know what he's doing.
That is true.
And if last time I recounted, I'm under command to trust him.
That's it. That is true. And he's God all by himself.
Yeah.
You don't need
And,
any help.
and I ought to be content just because I have him.
I better be. I better be.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'm gonna fall for anything.
Right. Right. So, well,
Yes, sir.
the spirit of the living God
Yeah.
has done his thing again.
Yeah.
I got to figure out what's wrong with my earpieces.
Right. Yeah. What happened to the ones that I had? What got you? They must have went out.
That's the one I tried to, that's the one I put, um, what did you get? No, they went out.
Yeah,
That's
because
right. I
I got you
almost forgot I had
them
yeah, that's
AirPods.
what, yeah, I had them earpods, yeah. Yeah, they've been out a long time.
They go to show you stuff don't last.
It really doesn't.
So why are we trusting in it?
And they charging so much money for them.
And they do a throwaway.
Right. I need to go get me a few more sets of these.
Right.
The
But
wired,
but they go out too. They
they
making
go
them cheap.
well, but they ain't $300.
No, they not. That is true.
They not
They are
$300.
not three
They
hundred
still
dollars.
they still 19, I think.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Yeah, I
Get them
think
cheap.
they still
And
19.
they actually the best quality of them, even though they don't last, they the best sound quality out of all of them.
Really, that's really true. And the next time I go to Walmart, I'm gonna pick me up a couple of them
Right.
and some adapters. They got them little adapters for with the C connection. You know, they discontinued the they quit doing the ear jack,
Yeah.
earphone jack, and now Apple has gotten rid of they changed everything to the C.
The C, you talking about the USC, the
Right,
USB A. I think it's
right,
A and then C.
right.
Yeah,
So
right. Yes, sir.
Apple got a $600 laptop
Mm,
that
yeah.
runs